Greetings and peace be with all of you, my brothers and sisters. Um, this video is for educational purposes only, and it is not to construe any legal advice, spiritual advice, religious advice, or any other political or anything of that nature. And I fully reserve my rights. With that said, let's get going. You guys were asking about the W4 sandwich video, and I see it's popular and there's a lot of good people out there doing this, and I'm not trying to do a video to undermine anybody. I'm just sharing my experience with it and the processes I've tried, and that to be honest, I haven't received anything back. I've tried it 3 different ways, and the reason why I think I have not received anything back is because I did a revocation of election with the IRS back in 2017. I had a court case against me. I didn't do anything wrong, but they were after me because I had gotten into a verbal argument with a prosecutor over a traffic violation in Sholo, Arizona, and they were bringing the other county there was bringing all kinds of stuff against me, and it was after I had come to take care of my family. So we can get into that later, another time, but I am going to try to fix my issue with the Internal Revenue Service, because I'm not out to make enemies. I'm just sharing what I know and what I've done. And at that point in my life in 2017, I was in a little bit of a panic, and I shouldn't have been, because I did nothing wrong. There was some people that wanted to harm me, and they did a really good job, to be honest, but that is yet to be rectified. I'm working on that. Anyway, so let's get into this W4 sandwich and what I've tried and what makes more logical sense. And also the IRS is backed up, so that might be why I haven't received anything. But I did a 1040 because also I wanted to share that. I did a 1040 electronic filing, which I shouldn't have done. I'm going to revoke my signature on that one. My wife and I did, because she was after me about, we need to get stimulus or whatever, because we've had some financial difficulties over the last several years here since we decided to take on the role of caretaker for my father, who passed away, and then my mother, who's still with us. And I'm glad she is. I love her. I get frustrated because there's so much to do all the time, and I don't get to do the things I like to do, but that's just part of life. And she wiped my butt and didn't get to do the things she wanted to do with her life, so I owe it to her and my father, or my dad, I mean. I miss him every day, but that's another story. And I wanted to get into the circumstances of what happened as proof of what kind of society and system we live in right now, because my family got really screwed bad. Anyway, so let's get into this W4 sandwich, I guess they call it. Like I said, there are several different ways. The process is morphed. And between Holly, she does the, what is that process? Smoking Babies process, which has morphed a little too. But I've watched Holly, and she doesn't suggest doing a 1040 with it. And I think that you need to do a 1040, but I don't believe you need to fill it out completely. What I do believe is you just put your information on the top, sign the bottom, and hand it over to the IRS with this package. That's your payment, I don't recommend doing bank direct deposit. I recommend getting a check or a Visa card, like she says. And I thank God for Holly. She did a good video. She was trying to pull me in before, and not knowing my circumstances, stopped talking to me, I guess. I've been going through quite a bit, so that's life. And I have been at this stuff for years now, really heavily since 2016. I took a break in 2020. When my dad died, I just was overwhelmed by a lot of things. just life was just hitting me, and my health started depleting me because helping everybody. So on the W-4, this is a way to recoup funds that people have been using your Social Security number. And like everybody's saying, the Social Security number, when somebody uses it for anything, it's an employee relationship. And they're out there raking in a lot of money on everybody. And I have proof of that. One day I'll show it to you. When my dad passed, something happened with the bank, and I caught it. And it was a lot of money, like $98 billion they had transferred out of his Cestacade Trust. I have not recovered it yet, but I'm working on it, recovering something out of that. They're crooks. They are crooks. They think we're slaves and we're here to serve them. And they have the wrong idea. Anyway, so on this W-4, I'm going to change up a couple things on here because I had realized that the IRS, it's like a mistrust, like you're up to something when you don't sign it. So you have to sign it with your beneficiary signature. So we're going to come over here to, it's all business as usual. You're going to fill out your name, and not your middle initial, your full middle name, your family name. Sorry, I put last name on there, but I just put your family name. No one has a last name, contrary to what they want you to believe. Your Social Security number, don't put zeros in there. That was just an example. Your home address, and if you have a P.O. box because you can't get delivery like me, put it at the end with the city, state on there, and then put your zip code for your home address on there, city, state, zip code, If you're married, filing jointly. If you're married, like you do, we'll go ahead and click that. Married filing jointly. If you're single or married filing separately, click this one right here. You don't have to fill in anything else in here. Come down here for your extra withholdings. This is where you're going to put the amount that you calculate up to 98 million. Don't go over 98 million because they're going to laugh at you. It's going to be a fraudulent filing. What we're doing is if you have a credit card statement or something, you calculate all the numbers on there. If you have something like a fee schedule that's you have a court case, calculate your fee schedule out for the violations they've done to you, if they stole your car or whatever. And if it's going to be too much, you have to use separate W-4s. It's pretty simple. And I think it's $1,100 or $1,400 a minute, Tristan versus Tampa. People are saying $1,400, but a friend of mine looked it up and it was $1,100. So you put that information here. A lot of people are putting exempt. I'm not sure about that because that might make them hold your funds. You can do as you want to on that one. That's up to you. This one right here, I have been crossing it out, and I think it's a bad idea to line through it, or to white it out, because I think the IRS will think you're up to something. What I would do is put without prejudice, without recourse, whatever you want to do on here, and then I would put your beneficial signature by, and then colon, first name hyphen middle colon family name, and then put beneficiary at the end. That's how I would do it. I've been doing authorized representative, and that might be another red flag. You know what I'm trying to say? And I would also put the date here. And then down here, you're going to put in their information, the address for whoever it is you were doing business with. And then the date, the first date you did business, whether you started a credit card or you walked into a store. Remember, you're going to put your receipt with it, if you walked into a store. You're going to call them up. With the counties, I would call up their administrator office. That's usually who has their EIN. And most of them are pretty, unless they have something to hide, are pretty, easy to work with. They'll give it to you. And I believe the courthouse EIN is a county EIN. They do have the state versus you, so you might want to add that to your information, your return if you do another one for that, if you have a court case. So that's about it for that form. If you have any questions, like I said, I'm going to do a new email so I can get to you guys and go through you one by one, because I have so much spam coming into my channel email that it's overwhelming. I can't do that. So we're going to go on to the next form, which will be the 1040V. You put your SSN, your spouses, if you have a spouse. Put nothing in here. Do not do nothing. Put your first and middle name right here, where it says your name, middle name. And then your family name. Your spouse, the same thing. Your home address. Your city, state, zip code. And then Holly says not to, Hollywood, she says not to sign the back. But some people are doing that with a stamp. And you do a beneficiary autograph through the middle. Kind of like horizontal, not horizontal, but at an angle. So you can do that if you want. I have not been signing the back of mine. Chris recommends you do the back. Chris Hauser. So we're going to get on to the 1040 now. This is so they can get paid, so don't put nothing in here. They're going to put something in there. If you have... Oh man, where'd it go? Oh, I know where it's at. Right here. If you have... excuse me. If you have an invoice, you can turn it into a bill of lading or make your own, and you can put all your calculations in there, okay, so that you can get paid. I did mine, the last one I sent in, and what I accidentally did was I messed up on the total amount and didn't put the right total in there on the W-4, but the total's on the bill of lading, so they're probably laughing at me. I had a lot going on, and my heart was giving me a lot of trouble that week skipping. I've been on some minerals and herbs, and it's been doing a lot better now. But, man, it was like every single day, or I'd go try to work, and it was just kicking my ass. So on the 1040, if you choose to do one, Holly says not to do a 1040. I think if you fill one out, and you just mark, like if you're married, filing jointly, had a household, whatever, business as usual. And you just fill this portion out right here. Your name, address, city, state, zip. And you put in the information, your social, your spouse's social. You can even, depending on what your status is. If you're foreign, you have a foreign EIN, you can do the foreign status. I mean, if you have a W-4. What is it called? 1040. Oh, God, come on, man. I can't remember the form. It says you're foreign. I have it somewhere. We can get into that another time. That one, I'll help you guys out with that one, too. Right now, my mind's blank. It's just on this. So, the 1040. Do 2022 because it's too late to do a 2021. And don't fill nothing else out on here. Don't put nothing in. Just come down here. Put in your qualified beneficiary signature. Put your occupation if you're occupied. I guess you call that. It's kind of funny how they do the words here. If you got a PIN, put your PIN in here. Your IP PIN. I would not put any bank information. You're gonna do your what do you call that? God, my mind is so freaking blank today. I shouldn't have done this today. Your cover letter. You're going to put it in your cover letter. Let me find that for you. You're going to request a check or a Visa card. So I'm going to do... Just give me 1 second. I'm going to find it here. On the last one I did. This one right here. invoice. You have invoices in here. Letter to Treasury. That's what I'm looking for. So right here, you just put from your information here. I put American Consumer and Beneficiary. Department of Treasury, Office of the Executive Secretary, 1500 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest, room 3413, Washington, D.C., 2022. 0, that's interesting how that's 2022. I mean, it's kind of odd. And then you got the phone number, and then I put to whom it may concern. The close is my corrected assessment. Because I had to correct it, I'm doing a new one. And accounting records for Apache County Superior Courts in regards to case number and labor contract number. And I put the information here. I actually put escape got by my eyes, but you're just going to put that, information in, that what you're including in the package. Like I put here, W4, copy of court case, notice of public debt contract, reference fee schedule, bill of lading for county employer, and then 1040. You guys can do your own bills of lading. I'll show you what I did. So these forms are all prepared in good faith and is my good intention to be in voluntary compliance with the IRS and the Internal Revenue Code. If there are any other way you would prefer me to complete and submit this information, or if you find error in my accounting or the forms I sent, you have my permission to adjust the accounting or change the filing so that the filing meets your standards. Please also inform me in writing of the changes I need to make. What did I do here? Sorry, I messed up. The next filing. If there is any credits left over or due, please send via check or Visa card. I do believe that I made several mistakes on the previous W4s, which I did. I sent in and wish to rescind those filings so that I can correct the mistakes and send in correct ones. Please note this is not a tax fine, it is a voluntary reporting. I respect and honor all treaties, laws. I am not a belligerent combatant nor a sovereign citizen. Thank you for your attention and assistance. Kind regards, and put your beneficiary signature on there. I put that because sovereign citizen is an oxymoron statement, and I'm not a sovereign citizen. I could claim sovereignty because of my ancestors were sovereigns, and a lot of us probably can, but I'm not doing that because I don't want any trouble with anybody. So I'll give you an example of this bill of lading. Invoice, bill of lading. Put the obligee, obligor, and I put the copyright because I have a copyright. I calculated that out. I have a fee schedule on my notice and demand, and all these point to the page. It's for an arrest they did to me. So this right here is where I messed up. I put this amount instead of this amount. See, if they harmed you, you're entitled to, if you have it on public record, you're entitled to that. Now, if this doesn't work, I'm going to do a lien. But I have several affidavits to say $100 million. No one's ever rebutted it. It's owed to me for what they've done. They just ignore them. So we'll see how this goes. So anyways, if you guys would like one of these, I can send it to you. You'll have to make some adjustments to it. Or you can make your own. It's just sales in your LibreOffice or Word. Real simple. And then there's a blue border I put on mine when I print it. So anyways, it's not a long W4 video. If you want to go into details, we can do a Zoom. But it's real easy to do. I've made a lot of mistakes on it, like I said, so you can learn from my mistakes, and I made it easy just now for you. So you know, I want to do more and help you guys out with this. Also, look at Chris Hauser's video. I'm not trying to take over the show here, but Chris Hauser did one, and he went into what he would do on it, and it made a lot of sense to me. The guy isn't dumb. He's pretty smart, actually. So I like that he is very, what's the word, confident in what he does. That's what I like. Gentlemen, I had a brain freeze there because I needed to eat. I guess my sugar dropped. I don't know, but I feel a lot better now. So this is an update to the W4. I'm going to put this at the back of it. W4 video. And what I was trying to tell you guys was the W8BEN. You're going to need that. If you would like, I can do a video on that and show you how to fill that out, but you're going to need to do that one. I've had mine since 2020. Certificate of Foreign Status of Beneficial Owner. And that's what we are, beneficial owners. They don't want us to be. They think that we're, what's the word I'm looking for? They want us to be slaves. In a way we are, but let me see here. But we're not. You are, and you have to know the truth to be able to solve problems. So this form right here, we'll do a video on that if you want, and I will show you how to fill it out. And then there's an affidavit you might want to put with it. I have an affidavit with mine. So mine's attached to it at the bottom, or actually not the bottom, there's attached paper, but it looks like it's one, but it's not. Anyways, we will talk about that another time, and then I'm going to do another adding Tinfoil Hat from my friend Marty S with, she's at Reverberation. So that'll be on the back of this too, because she does a lot of stuff. She's part of us in our movement, and she does a lot of good songs, and this song specifically to the people who laughed at all of us when we were trying to tell them something was up in the world. Anyways, blessings to you all, peace profound, and we will talk about this stuff another time. If you want this video, the WBN, let me know. Also, if you want to become a secured party creditor, we will work on that together too, if you'd like. We can do a Zoom meetings and stuff. I'm excited because my internet's back on, and I noticed I had quite a bit of a following here, and I really want to build this community and earn you guys' respect. And I thank you for giving me the chance. There's so many people out there doing this stuff, so I thank you. And I wanted to let you guys know too that even though we're doing this stuff, it may not stop the global elite from trying to harm us. But the best thing is for us to become self-sufficient. And that's what all this is about, to help us become self-sufficient. It's not to get rich. Self-sufficient, because there's a lot of horrors coming to the world. And if you guys want me to go into those details, because I know a lot. I've heard a lot. My ear is very keen to things, and I have been in some circles that have shared things with me, and they wanted to share it with me because they cared about me. So because I'm a pretty likable guy, people like me. So not everybody does, because sometimes I turn into an asshole like anybody else if I don't like something or I feel I'm being attacked. But I'm working on that part of me too. Anyways. May the all bless you all, and may you all become into knowing that you are a part of the all, and that oneness in the all is the only way. That's another subject. And if you guys want to learn about how to awaken the spirit within you, by all means ask me. I would love to do videos and Zoom calls on that too. Okay? A little bit different than what you guys have been taught in Christianity and all that stuff, but it's a secret under the scriptures. It's right there in front of you. All right. Love, peace, profound, and blessings to all of you. Take care.
Watch the water. There's fluoride in the water. It's all in the water. There's glyphosates and Roundup. It's in the water. Nanobots and the chemtrails. Flying off into the sunrise, listening to the people talk. Don't know the rights, just think privileges. What a strange plane we live on. Fighting where I fit, a matrix of traps. Gave them up and didn't fight. Now to think that you have to ask to permit, you are never free. Screamed it loud before your fall. I looked good in that tinfoil hat. Butterflies and flowers, dragonflies and bees, multicolored like a peacock, little squirrels in the trees, dancing couples in the moonlight, looking out o'er the sea. Silence you acquiesced, followed along blindly. Now you're pissed because fuel's a mess, and you probably got HIV. Altered DNA, no longer humans. SCOTUS decree and 14 told the world in Agenda 2030, but you were too lazy to read. Screamed it out before your fall. I looked good in that tinfoil hat. Butterflies and flowers, dragonflies and bees, multicolored like a peacock, little squirrels in the trees, dancing couple in the moonlight, looking out o'er the sea. Watch the water. Glyphosate and Roundup.